Did you find the healing process a bit difficult when you have the toddler around?
Yes. One,
Mm.
because I had an emergency C-section, so it was not expected. It was not what I prepared for.
Your birth plan,
But
yeah.
I know at the back of my mind, whatever comes during that time, I will be ready for it. But still, you're never ready. Like, you're never really ready, especially if it's something you haven't experienced before and you are not anticipating. Like, throughout your pregnancy, you're always aiming, you're doing these exercises just not to end up on the other side of the table. But then things happen. Like, sometimes it's out of your control, and you don't have to beat yourself down about it by the way. Like, just be open and be ready. So throughout my third trimester, I was always preparing my mind, like, I know, yes, I want to deliver naturally, but God, if this is meant to go the other side, it's fine. Just let us come out safe, both of us. And I'm grateful that that is what happened. So healing with a toddler was quite chaotic. It was really chaotic because, you see, you're trying to be intentional, and unja umeambiwa, like, we've already been prepared. Like, be there for him because he will remember. He knows, he's almost self-aware. So be there for him. The newborn, bottom and feed, amelala, take time. Hakuna hata ile ati sleep when the baby sleeps anymore.
Actually, that's the part I was going for,
Hakuna
because
hiyo
there's no
anymore.
sleep, and then you have to kind of soldier through it.
Yes, and therefore, like, hata hiyo the other time, there's no sleep when the baby sleeps. But anyway, this time it hits hard because actually he would want to rest, but there's no hiyo
rest
time. But yeah, it was really hard considering it was my first ever surgery. So it was a bit crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
How was the coming back from the hospital? Like,
Teary.
how did he
could not
receive you?
wait to get home. First of all, again, I knew naenda hosi leo, narudi kesho jioni. I'm back home with my child, with my children. But then things happened. I ended up staying in the hospital for 5 days.
It was 5.
5.
I
I went in on a Friday. We were coming back home on a Tuesday. I remember very well. So first of all, I was just always worried, like, mtoto ako sawa. Thank God I had a very able support system. So that's really good. And coming back home, I thought like, sometimes when you go to work and then you come back in the evening and then they're just like, like, yes, amefurahi kukuona, but ako like almost mad at you, like, ulikuwa wapi wewe mama.
But then you're also happy that they don't have that concept of time.
Yeah.
To calculate ilikuwa 5 days.
Yeah.
Woman, where have
I
you
know.
been?
But my partner could tell that he was missing me for sure. He was,
because he
was wondering, like, where is this woman?
But then was he breastfeeding then?
No. We stopped at 1 year, so we were good.
Oh, you're good. There's some parents, some moms who, like, are in that situation where the baby has refused to stop breastfeeding. You're still pregnant. You go to hospital. The child has that confusion.
Okay, that is hard.
Yeah, because I had a friend who at some point now ended up breastfeeding both. He was breastfeeding the toddler because the toddler was still young, was under 2, really, really under 2. I think, yes, around 14, 15, 16 months thereabouts. And then the newborn. So the firstborn was just like, no,
I'm not stopping.
That boob belongs to me too. Then you chuck it. Yeah. We are both. So she had one side for the toddler, so hard, and one side for you. She did. So I'm like, wait, that was hard.
But her milk production was a lot, right?
Still the same. Mi kwanza nilikuwa in shock. I'm like, mazemi mtu mmoja wameni overwhelm. Nikiimagine.
True, breastfeeding is such a
alafu mmoja ni ule mwenye ananyonya na stingo. Unajua? Alafu kuna mwingine mwenye tu ananyonya kama ameshikilia na hofu zitolewe. Mpaka ujaribu kubalance kuingiza huyo mwingine atakayeshika.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm glad. I don't know, maybe it was good luck for you.
Yeah, I think it was. I think I made a good decision stopping him, because even I wasn't even pregnant at the time when
you stopped him.
I think I was actually. Yeah, I was.
Did he just stop by himself?
No, I stopped it. Oh. But my milk also ilikuwa imeanza kukauka like for like 2 months, 2-3 months. I was just like, yeah, it's time. Sorry, baby boy.
Kunywa maziwa kwa kikombe.
But then ilikuwa like maziwa every night now because I had to transition. But also the thing I noticed after tu tumewacha, alikuwa analala throughout the night, and that was the best thing ever to happen
Kwa
to me.
nataka kusutiwa na boob.
And then so we're coming back home. That day was, I think it's the most beautiful day ever. Like I never saw my child before. I thought atanipa cold shoulder, but the moment I walked, my partner walked in first, and then I walked in, and I was just like. He was just like running to me, and I was crying. I was like,
like tears of joy, pain, everything, right?
Wow, I was so happy that he remembered me. That was the first thing. I was like, that was so beautiful. And then I introduced him to the baby, and ever since I was like, he's the baby, and ever since Anaita, the sister baby, the baby.
Oh,
so
in terms of that, like at least I think you've handled something that I wanted to check, like especially if it's not your first baby, that whole how do you do the transition and interaction between the first baby and the second one, so that you don't make it look like there's favoritism of one and then at the same time taking care of yourself.